Hello, this is John with Brainstorm Comics and Gaming, and I'm joined with Chris. Love is in the air. May have done that one before also. Don't remember.
No.
Gonna have to go back and check.
No, I don't think we did that one.
We didn't do that one?
In the air tonight, today, or just in the air?
In the air.
Okay. All right. Not the best one, but okay.
Maybe we'll leave it up to the audience to decide which one, whether they think. Maybe we'll start having them leave comments.
Is that going to be? Is that like a contest now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Scale of 1 to 10, where does Chris Love is in the air rank?
Wow. Okay.
I'm guessing you go with -10.
Yeah. I'm just indifferent to it, I guess.
So this week, before we start, I probably should do the other stuff first. Don't forget to LCS, like, comment, and subscribe to your local comic book shop, Brainstorm Comics and Gaming. I'll get this down. I mean, what is this? Only like a 50th time that we've done this or something?
Yeah.
You know?
Time is a weird soup. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
So LCS, like, comment, and subscribe to the Brainstorm Comics and Gaming, your local comic book shop's YouTube channel. Every comment, every like is appreciated. We try to respond to everyone. Sometimes it takes me a couple weeks because, well,
we have to feed the YouTube beast.
Yeah, the algorithm is hungry.
It is. It needs likes.
So let's move on to the first, and comments. Comments help also.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Subscriptions. Speaking of subscriptions, don't forget to subscribe to Brainstorm Comics and Gaming. The comic book subscription that we have is one of the most easy ones out there. Mm-hmm. Some great discounts. You get 20% off on new comics, 20% off on back issues, 20% off on graphic novels, 10% off on graded books, 10% off on board games. And you have to subscribe to a lot of books. You have to subscribe to at least one book in order to get those discounts. We try and make it as easy as possible.
It don't get any easier than that.
So, and you can do it from your home. You can go to our website.
Don't even need to come in the store to do it.
Yeah. Just go to our website, brainstormcomics.com.
You do got to come in the store to pick the book up, though.
Yes, we do not ship yet. That is something we plan on doing sometime in the future when I finally perfect cloning. But I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, so you can go to the Brainstorm website, brainstormcomics.com, go to the drop-down menu that says Shop, and then you can go to Manage Comics or Subscribe Comics. I forget, something like that. And then,
that was a mouthful, man.
There's a lot.
You just threw a lot of information out there at one time.
And I'll probably repeat it sometime during this video again. But you do the stuff on Manage Comics. How easy would you say that?
It's easy. I'm a caveman and I can do it.
I'm a caveman and I can do it. Please don't sue us.
Of all the things that we've said on this, you think that's the one that's going to...
Oh, no. I think the cease and desist orders will come on a regular basis. And then
we should just frame them and use them as background.
So let's move on to topic number 1. This week is the first week that Marvel has moved to Penguin Random House. Comic book shops all across America got their Marvel comics. Oh, wait. No, they didn't. There were several shops that did not get their comics. So apparently they are having some initial growing pains. Also, there are many shops that were complaining about how they were shipped, and we have some visual aids for that.
You brought visual aids.
I did. I
was wondering why you were bringing empty boxes back here.
So we may have to get the cameraman to change the view a little bit. But this is how they were packaged. So there was a single stack of, I think, about 120 books in there. So the problem with this, and this one that a lot of retailers were complaining about, was if you get one ding on a corner, like every book in that box is done. As much as Diamond gets blasted for what they do, and don't get me wrong, there are definitely things that Diamond should get blasted on. The way Diamond normally ships,
those boxes are pretty bulletproof,
is like this, where there's 2 boxes. Each one of those has 2 stacks of comics in them. Even like this, I mean, don't get me wrong, there are damages in it, but if one of these corners get hit, like, it's not going to be as impacted. Lunar ships very similar to this, except that they have a slightly bigger outside box, and they have plastic around the outside of that, so giving it a third layer. So out of the 3, Lunar probably ships the most safe. We did just get another shipment from Penguin Random House. I haven't opened it up yet, but it looks like they have learned even from their first week. So it looks like they shipped that second one a little bit better. I'll have to check it out and see what's different with
Yeah,
them.
I feel like if they're shipping just like whatever regular books to bookstores, it's not as big of an issue as it is when you're shipping something that the condition of it matters greatly.
Well, for the bookstores also, they have full returnability.
Sure.
Comic book shops are not like that. So if a comic book shop had full returnability, they may not care about the damages as much because it's like,
Imagine the cyclone of craziness that would be if you could just return what you didn't want.
Stores used to be able to do that. So what do you think of the shipping you saw?
I mean,
when it came in,
growing pains. I would hope that they would remedy that situation. That's probably not the best way to ship comic books to a retailer.
Yeah, a collectible that people, like you said, care very deeply about. Marvel already has very thin paper for its covers and interior pages. So like I said, I think that's a recipe for disaster.
100%.
For those books.
Which is kind of weird and cool in an odd way. Then maybe it'll make 9.8s like
even harder
to get now. I feel like there's some stores that didn't get stuff. I mean, anytime there's a big switch like this and you're dealing with volume and numbers of that size, there's going to be some growing pains and weirdness.
So it seems like there's a conspiracy theory going around that DCBS did not get their shipment because they're a competing distributor. Although they're not really a competing distributor because they do DC and Penguin Random House does Marvel. So.
Yeah, you told me, we just had this conversation a few minutes ago and you were telling, and I actually, you had to repeat it because I was like, wait a minute, I'm lost. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand why they wouldn't want their books to get to a retailer to sell. That I think that's
the biggest retailer in the country.
Yeah, I think that's just somebody being a little salty because they didn't get their books. Now that's a definite bad on Penguin Random House's fault and not getting a huge retailer like that their books. So obviously there's some kind of something or other going on. I don't think it's some great big conspiracy.
Yeah, there's a lot of people online who are also angry about the shipping. I'll have to show you the articles later because I didn't send them to you.
I think there's a lot of people online that are angry about a lot of things.
But they're really upset about those boxes.
Yeah, I mean that's
I didn't
kind
have
of
any
silly.
damages, so I can't.
Right. I also see a large corporation like that just thinking they can probably cut some spending and some corners and it's probably okay if you're sending that to whatever B. Dalton or I don't know what bookstores are even around anymore.
Barnes and Noble.
Yeah.
So the thing is, at least they are already looking like they're remedying some of those issues.
Sure.
and listening to the retailers.
Yeah, hopefully.
Like I said, I don't think that they're trying to tick anybody off. I remember what I was going to say. So the shipping and everything, they give us free shipping as opposed to Diamond. Diamond doesn't give us free shipping, so. That's probably a reason why they went with those boxes.
Right. I mean, they're a corporation. They're trying to save money. I mean, I understand the thought process behind that, but a little forethought was probably needed in that situation.
The thing is, like, all they have to do is get like a twice the size box and put some insulation in it, and then fit two of those boxes in a slightly larger box.
I mean, then you're dealing with size and weight issues and stuff like that. I mean, I'm sure there's logistics in there that we don't I'm not trying to defend.
But I'm saying it would still be a smaller box. It would still be a smaller box than Diamonds if they.
That's just a silly way to ship comic books, So hopefully they'll do better.
Yes. I think, like I said, I think that they will end up listening to the retailers about it. Or maybe at the end they'll be like, we don't care.
I mean, Diamond's been doing it for a million years. Meh, we don't care.
We'll see. I mean, Marvel is the biggest one that's out there. So
they are.
But we'll turn the page on that topic. We will keep you up to date as Penguin Random House changes their approach to shipping.
Compare and contrast boxes.
We will.
Week to week.
It'll be the most fun segment ever.
It will be. It'll be great.
Speaking of thin paper that we discussed about Marvel, this week when we were unpacking, as I was going through the boxes, I got a hold of Lucky Devil, and it felt very different to me. It felt like the pages were a little bit thinner. The cover definitely felt like it was not the same cover stock that they had been using up until this point. Marvel has already been going to the cheaper paper for covers and interiors. You can actually see how thin the books are now. They feel a lot thinner than what they used to be, even though they're still.
Well, they got to save money in paper somewhere, and they print 700 variants for each issue they put out now.
So how do you feel about the paper changes? Again, I know you're going to go back to corporations are going to save money to.
Yeah, I mean there's a lot of moving pieces right now. There's paper shortages and there's shipping issues and there's this, that, and the other thing. The pandemic is still very much a thing worldwide.
Wait, what pandemic?
Yeah, I heard that there's some stuff going down. So I guess it's understandable to a certain degree, but that book is like newspaper print, flimsy.
Yeah.
Like the quality of paper is not great on that.
I hope that's not the new standard. I really do.
I would hope not.
The thing is, like, when we moved from the golden age to the silver age, they cut the size of the books. And then we moved from silver age to current modern age. Again, they cut the size of the book. I think that they don't want to cut the size of the book again. So what they're doing is they're using the thinner paper as a.
Yeah, I also think that maybe we've been spoiled over the past 5-6 years or whatever. I know DC has been like on it over the past year or so with doing like the cardstock covers and really trying to up
Spawn
the quality.
upgraded to
Spawn
the
too. Yeah, so I mean, there are some companies out there that are trying. I know you hate it,
DC
but
charges the extra $1 for the cards.
yeah, I mean, Boom does it too, much to your chagrin. They really try to make their books look nice and feel nice, and that's cool. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna charge $4 for a comic book, it should probably be, have some substance to it, I would think. So I hope that's not like the continuing trend.
So do you remember? Did you collect during the 90s?
Yeah.
Do you remember when Marvel did the thing where it was you could either get the low grade paper and everything for $1 cheaper, or you could get the deluxe edition?
That was pretty short lived, right?
It was. I think it was like a year or two.
It's kind of a silly thing to do, I feel like.
I wonder how many everybody's spending money on like the price variants and stuff. I wonder nobody. I don't know if
maybe none of them are around anymore. They all just disintegrate. They're like Apple products. After like 5 years, they just stop working. They just disappear.
Well, I mean, people pay more for like the Canadian variants. People pay more for like the barcode variants. Like
newsstand, yeah. Which is weird because like it works like differently. Like Pence issues sometimes are like more money, and then you'll see like, a German issue or a Spanish issue or something go for like way less. It's so funny how that works. But
what I mean, I wonder if there's even collectors that realize that there was that year or two where they did the deluxe ones.
Somebody out there somewhere, I'm sure there's some eBay listing like this is the premium,
deluxe.
the deluxe or whatever.
I think it was $1.95 and $2.95 for them, or $1.99 and $2.99 for. I think it was like $1 difference. It might have only been 50 cents, but it was. We'll have to do a.
We just had like an old man moment. Like, I remember when comics were $1.
No, what I'm saying is like I'm shocked that they don't try that again with like we'll sell you the.
I mean, they kind of are with like the cardstock covers, like you said, like being like $1 more. So I feel like they do give you that kind of option, like DC does. Like you can have the regular one, or you can have like the nicer one.
But I mean, even the interior pages, because if I remember correctly, the interior pages were on better paper.
They probably were.
If I remember correctly, I don't.
I mean, I feel like as long as, the book is going to hold up to being read and stored correctly and not just get beat up immediately.
So, you and I forget whether you and I have talked about this.
We talk about so much.
The quality of the paper, actually, if you look at any of the current books for Marvel and even a lot of the independents, you'll see like waves in like every single cover, every single page.
I attribute that to like the denseness in the ink and how maybe that's just me.
See, I think it's probably the thinness of the paper.
It could be the thinness of the paper, sure.
Which absorbs the moisture to air far more easily than.
You're having interiors and like interior art being way more saturated and more colorful than it has been in any point. So I feel like that also has something to do with it, especially when you're working with such a thin paper.
Yeah, because there was a thing on one of the groups that I was in today saying that you have to press every book now because of these waves if you want a 9/8 or whatever. And
you don't have to press any book ever. You don't have to slab
I
any
disagree
book
with that
ever.
statement.
I mean,
because
look, it's nice.
Next month,
okay.
Brainstorm Comics and Gaming will be offering a pressing and cleaning service.
And
no, in all seriousness, no, you don't have to press it. You don't have to press any book, but unfortunately, CGC and CBCS are hitting books for having waves and stuff in them now.
That's crazy to me. I feel like that's just another thing to
try and force people to.
Sure. And I feel like, side note style, I feel like there is a lot of pressure for newer people in the community to feel like every book that they have should be a 9.8 and it should be slabbed and it should, you should press and clean everything. And that's definitely not the case. I mean, it helps. I've had books pressed and cleaned. You guys have pressed and cleaned books for me. I have slab books, I have raw books, I have high grade, I have low grade. So it all kind of boils down to what you want. Like, don't feel pressure to do those things. But it is something that if this is going to continue in a trend of these thinner, cheaper papers, maybe it's something that people want to take a look out for, because it's not going to take the abuse of reading and storing and moving around from a bag to a bag and a board to your box, So something you might want to keep in mind. And as always, vote with your wallet.
Yeah, like I said, I hope that the thinner paper is not here to
Yeah.
stay. I think it is, because
It's just weird they did it like mid-run like that too. Like, I went back and looked today. I went home and I pulled out the first issue of Lucky Devil and was like, this is definitely not what the third issue looks like. So
some people are shocked that I can just fill a book and like, oh, this is not the
that one was a super obvious,
it was, but
very obvious. Yeah.
I don't know. I can tell like all that very easily. Like,
Yeah.
the weight on it's different too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, again, because it's less paper, even though it.
The thickness, all of it. Yep.
Yeah. All right, so we'll turn the page on that one. Hopefully, Dark Horse will go back to the old paper. Hopefully, the whole industry goes back to the old paper that was a little bit thicker.
Bring back the old ways.
Look, I'm going to start yelling at clouds. Maybe we'll do a segment. John yells at clouds. I think our cameraman liked that idea.
We should just set a camera up on like a regular Monday or Tuesday afternoon, and I feel like people will understand the frustrations of
John
yelling at clouds. Normally it's just me, and it's just you just yelling things at me, and I'm like, I don't know what to tell you about
you're
it.
flipping the pages of your comic.
Yeah. So I'm just shoving stuff into bags and boards. Like, cool, yeah. It's terrible. I agree.
All right, let's go into happier moments about the comic industry. Because honestly, like, I think that we do mostly talk about the more positive stuff, but I feel like we do have to talk about the stuff that comes up that is a little bit more negative when it does. But,
And we can talk about negative things in a positive light as well.
so, well, I mean, that's true. I mean, even the thinner paper. I mean, if it helps the market last a little bit longer, which one would you rather have? Better paper and a shorter lifespan of the market, or?
I don't think the market's going anywhere.
I don't think so either. I think the print is strong. We talked about that in the previous video.
Yeah.
But
All right, let's turn the page.
let's turn the page.
We're turning it.
We'll talk about thinking back, flashing back to the old days and stuff. Marvel has announced that they're doing homage covers. What was it, like 24 of them?
Something
or
like
a dozen
that.
of them.
It was a bunch. Yeah.
Of course, they're homaging their own work, which.
Yeah, they're homages of homages. Of homages in some cases.
Which was interesting.
I love how like the tagline was like new Amazing Spider-Man 300 homage cover, and that cover has been ripped and screwed and turned and redone 7 million times by every company out there.
I think it was a few more than that.
It's a lot.
Let me try and find so we can talk about the.
I think have we hit that point in the industry where
10? It's only 10 of them.
It's 10.
I thought it was more than that.
I thought it was more than that too. Are we just at that point where they've run out of gimmicks for variants now?
Well, I think that they know most of their collectors are 35 and older, and a lot of them are reminiscing about the things that they collected.
But that's the nice thing about this is you can go find those books and buy the originals.
And then I would also say that those originals are out of a lot of people's price range. I mean, even the 300 is although that was coming back down from what I've seen.
Listen, they're all going to come back down. They're all going to come back down.
Bite your dirty tongue, sir.
That's going to get cut out of the segment.
Bite your dirty tongue. All right, so this all starts in January. So
Yep.
the first one is Peach Momoko doing an homage to Amazing Fantasy 15.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's weird to call that one an homage.
I think that's kind of a stretch. I think
We'll have the cameraman post up the pictures. And
the only similarity is Spider-Man flying, holding a bystander.
so, yeah, like you said, it's Peter Parker swinging through, it looks like Tokyo or some other Japanese city. And I don't know, I think it's kind of a loose loose interpretation of the word homage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of leave that one be. I don't want troves of Marvel fans to show up with pitchforks and fire if I really say what I think about Peach Momoko's work. Anyway.
So then there was the Venom number 4 is going to have the Amazing Spider-Man 300, 301 homage, which 301 was an homage to 300. So the month after it came out.
Yeah, and I that cover has been homaged to death, I feel like. It's super iconic. It's a great cover. Rad. We've done it a million times. There's so many different homage covers.
And that
to
one is
300.
done by David Yarden.
Yep. And it looks like what you would think. It's just it's not even that cool of a Venom. Like, it's just black suit Spider-Man with some spaghetti stuff.
Yeah.
Wee.
And then the next one is X Lives of Wolverine number 1 by Will Slimey.
Are you sure it's X and not 10? He is a mutant.
That's true. It's probably his 10 Lives of Wolverine. You actually... I'm so confused.
I'm confused too. I've never figured that out. Yeah, I mean, sure. That's cool.
You don't have anything else to say about that one? This one's okay. Like, I think it's pretty...
I'm not hyped on any of these. I'm just
No.
going to preface that, honestly. Like, I was kind of underwhelmed.
Yeah.
I think the whole homage of homages is just kind of silly at this point.
I think that they are going to kill the specialness of even the homages.
That one's probably the coolest one.
So Amazing Spider-Man number 86 will have the Amazing Spider-Man 362 homage, the Carnage. You said that one's probably your favorite out of all?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the old cover. It's still it's modernized a little bit. Yeah, that one's my favorite.
So
one
Thor
of the bunch.
21 is an homage to Journey into Mystery 83 by Creers. I can't even pronounce her name. I think that one looks pretty cool. I think that one's all right.
Sure. Yeah. I mean. Yeah.
See, I get the feeling you were very underwhelmed by all of them.
Yeah, I wasn't really impressed with any of the. Honestly, like I said,
Captain America Iron Man number 3 has a Philip Tan homage to Captain America 100.
that's I think very, very loosely you could call that an homage to Captain America 100.
I like Philip Tan's art though. So this
I
is
mean, yeah, no, I'm not saying anything bad about Philip Tan. It's drawn well. It's just a very loose, just Cap standing there.
Hulk number 3, David Nakayama did an homage to Hulk number 1. I like that one. I think the colors pop on this one better than. I think that's one of my problems with the rest of them. Like the backgrounds are kind of like dull. Then for Death of Doctor Strange number 5, you have which one is Stephen Mooney doing the Strange Tales.
Yeah, that one was
110.
pretty spot on too. That one wasn't hateful.
And then Iron Man 16 is the Tales of Suspense variant. I like that one.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I think that was done in a way that kind of pays tribute to the original one, but is its own thing at the same time. And then the last one is X-Men Legends number 11, which is New Mutants number 98. Anytime you can redo Rob Liefeld's art is a positive.
Did Liefeld do his own homage? Because
Did he?
it kind of looks like it's pretty spot on for Liefeld.
Let's see.
I don't know. Are there feet in it?
Oops. My phone's acting up.
Yeah.
There we go. It's probably the website. No, Ken Lashley did it. So,
Okay. Well, I mean, they did a really good job of looking like Liefeld.
He drew feet on there.
Okay, see, then yeah, it's definitely not a Liefeld cover.
I wonder if he cut the pouches in half also. So there was.
Man, I don't know, maybe not enough room on that cover for all those people in them pouches.
So I think there's a couple that really stand out in that.
Yeah, I mean, it's, don't think I'm as excited about it as you are.
I think that there will be collectors that want all of them to fill in there. No? Okay.
No, I'm with you. So there are going to be a lot of people out there that want those books. I'm not particularly
You're not one of them.
No.
You and I differed on the Peach Momoko anime covers also. I didn't think they should be called anime covers. I felt like
Yeah, they weren't very. I think Rose Besh has a much more anime style than Peach Momoko, even though she pulls her influences from classic kind of manga and stuff like that.
But I like those, and you were kind of indifferent towards those.
I'm super indifferent to her in general, man.
All right.
Much to everybody else's chagrin, I say, like, I don't like Peach Momoko, and people, oh, God. Sorry, I just don't.
So we'll turn the page on the homage covers, and we'll move into our next topic, which is you and I discussed this. Is Peach Momoko overexposed? Is that one of the problems with her right now? She was already getting a lot of work before Marvel signed her, and now it seems like Marvel trots out a Peach Momoko cover every single week, which I think may be diminishing her brand a little bit. And she also is doing Demon Days one-shots here and there. And I think her work is definitely better suited towards covers than panels. But
I mean, I can't. I'm not going to judge anybody's taste in artwork and what they like or what they don't like. Particularly, I don't really like her work that much.
Yeah. Well, I told you,
it has its merits. She's done stuff that I like. I'm not going to say I hate it. Personally, for me, I don't see the hype. I don't understand why there's so much push behind it.
There was an X-23 cover she did that I liked a lot.
There's a handful of stuff that she's done that I'm like, oh, that's super cool. So I'm not.
There's also ones where she draws like the head really, really big and the body is
yeah. I definitely. I mean, we'll go there. Screw it. I don't think she should have won the Eisner.
No.
Not whatsoever.
Do you think there's better artists out there who are less?
I think there were more deserving artists of that.
Less
Eisner.
credited than.
Yeah. Is she? I think it's the same thing that Marvel does with It's the same thing Marvel does with Donny Cates. It's the same thing that Marvel does with anybody that's got any kind of flash on their roster. They just beat it into the ground.
The weird thing is, like, some people, if you badmouth Peach Momoko or say she's not your taste or whatever, will be like, oh, you must be sexist or whatever. But
it's nothing to do with that.
You love Jenny Frison.
I adore Jenny Frison's art. I collect her books.
Jen Bartel is another one out there who puts out some amazing covers. Mirka Andolfa. I think all three of those are better. For me, like for my taste, better artists.
And art is super subjective, and everybody can like something. And I am in no way trying to say if you like Peach Momoko that you're wrong or you're silly. It just me personally, I don't see the hype. Yeah. That's me.
Even Colleen Duran, I think, was a better artist than. She still does work, but a lot less than what she used to do. And, I don't know. I feel like certain people have pumped Peach up to be where she is. And it's not that she's not a competent artist or anything, but like,
and no like hate towards her. Get the bag, girl. Do your thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, soak it all up. Do what you can. So it just personally for me,
I do think Marvel's doing her a disservice by putting her so.
I think you keep pumping it out and pumping it out. It obviously at some point it's going to take a toll. Her creative self. If you're making so much, also. Yeah, that's what I mean. If you make so much stuff, there is a breaking point, and there is going to be a point where you can't keep up with it. Has she hit that yet? I don't know. It all kind of looks the same to me, but we'll see.
We'll revisit this maybe next year. We'll see. Give it a year to simmer.
To simmer, yeah.
So we will turn the page from that topic.
Turn it.
And we will go into the best Wednesday ever. I know that you said you wanted me to start this week.
Yeah, I don't really know who's having the best Wednesday ever.
Diamond and Lunar are having the best Wednesday ever because Penguin Random House
screwed the pooch.
Did not ship well.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have the best Wednesday ever because other people have fallen down, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of, for being a first week in a month, it was kind of a weird, like, very slim.
Weird Comics having the best Wednesday ever.
There was a ton of weird number ones.
Chicken Devil number one.
Chicken Devil. Read you some Chicken Devil.
I like to say it's falling
Read
down.
you some Chicken
meets
Devil.
Kick-Ass.
I think there was a line from the solicit that was like, he don't know nothing about that. He just knows how to make good chicken. And I was like, I am 100% on. But the cover is a dude in a chicken suit with a gun. 100% on. Maybe, you know what? They're having the best week ever.
So, how can you? His business partner has put their business $2 million in debt to the mafia,
and all he just wants to make hot chicken.
So the only way that you can avenge that is to put on a chicken suit and go after the mafia.
Yeah,
I think this one is easily something optioned. I think it'll be a goofy type of thing, but I think it'll be.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to read it yet. The cover is amazing. I will say that. Yeah, so maybe that is the bright spot this week.
Soul Plumber is having the best Wednesday ever. Another weird comic. For all those people who like to do it yourself, this is proof that you shouldn't, because apparently he tries to build a machine and all it does is open a gateway to hell.
Yeah, I definitely picked that one up on your recommendation. I was like, Soul Plumber, not really sure. That one looks goofy. And you were like, no, get it. And I was like, okay.
I'm looking forward to it. I haven't read it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. The solicit, like I said, made it sound like do it yourself is a very bad thing to do.
It can be sometimes. It can be. Me, You Love in the Dark. Always.
Jorge Corona should be working on everything.
Everything. Ever.
He should get the publicity that Peach Momoko gets.
That would be amazing.
I do love Jorge Corona a lot.
Yes. Yes. There's a lot of like mentions of that. Like it'll get quiet and then like one of us will see something that he's done and it's just like, I love his work so much. It's like, yeah.
His layouts are great.
Yeah. It's in those quiet moments. Chicken Devil. Everyone read Chicken Devil.
Any other best Wednesdays?
Chicken Devil.
Chicken Devil all day.
Chicken Devil. What was the Image book that came out this week that was kind of cool?
The Arkhamites who escaped from Arkham are having the best Wednesday ever.
That one? Yep.
Arkham City.
Arkham City. That was a good one. Was it Righteous Thirst for Vengeance?
Righteous Thirst for Vengeance?
Yeah.
Because if you find assassins online, what you should do is become an assassin who assassinates those assassins.
And then Chicken Devil. Everyone read Chicken Devil.
You have no idea how much I'm looking forward to reading
Chicken Devil. We might have to put our feet in our mouth if it's terrible.
If it's terrible?
But still.
Aftershock normally does good stuff.
Aftershock does great stuff. And even if it's terrible, it's still Chicken Devil. It is still Chicken Devil.
I think Soul Plumber is going to be good too, though.
I'm going to take your word on that. I'm going to,
DC, horror books are having the best Wednesday ever.
It is spooky month, October, yeah. Fear State is ongoing.
Are you afraid of Darkseid? Hell yes, I am.
I'm not.
Darkseid is.
He is. You're right.
And Tom King wrote him, so you should be very afraid. I got one in there.
You did get one. I was like, it's that. Oh, man, in the back of my head, I was like, we have made it through an entire episode, and John has not said one derogatory thing about Tom King, and you slid it right in there. Okay. I'll give it to you. I don't agree with you, but I'll give it to you.
Campfire stories told in the DCU about being afraid of Darkseid.
Yep.
Soul Plumber, another book in the line of DC horror. Mm-hmm. Hill House books, I thought they were over. They are coming back.
They're coming back.
I believe the first one is Refrigerator Full of Heads.
Oh, man.
We went from Basket Full of Heads to Refrigerator Full of Heads.
They're going to do like the mid kind of woods next?
Maybe.
They
just need to be careful doing Refrigerator Full of Heads and make sure what's her name doesn't find out about it.
Wow. Okay. We went there.
I'm joking.
Nice House on the Lake.
Nice House on the Lake came out.
It coming out it means it's closer to the hiatus, which I don't want.
My brain is going. I can't remember her name.
You've had that problem a lot today.
I have.
Somebody's tired. Somebody is tired. Yeah. Chicken Devil. I'm just gonna keep saying Chicken Devil. Go buy Chicken Devil.
No, anytime refrigerators I mentioned, I get.
Refrigerators trigger you?
Not me.
Oh, okay. Refrigerator Full of Heads triggers you?
It's going to kill me now.
Silver Coin trade came out. If you haven't read any of those, they're pretty good.
In case you can't tell, I'm still trying to run through my head.
That's fine. I'm just trying to fill this void with positive things from this week. You've got me going now.
Well, at first you were like, I don't have anything, and now,
I
now we have
really
you on a
could.
roll.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I just need to be reminded of the blessings of Wednesday, and I was. And Chicken Devil, Chicken Devil, Chicken Devil.
That cover is amazing. I think that's gonna be homage in the future.
Can we make like a drinking game out of this now? Every time we say Chicken Devil, you have to take a drink.
Well, like I said, I think it will be
Do a shot.
homage in the future.
Chicken Devil.
Gail Simone, when Kyle Rayner's girlfriend was in the refrigerator. That's why.
But that's the name you like.
I was drawing a
You
blank
hiccuped
on.
on?
Yeah.
Really? Of all the names, that's the one.
We saw like at the beginning of this video that I couldn't remember. I was in the middle of a sentence. I couldn't remember what it was.
If that doesn't make the video, I'm just gonna let you know. There was like a good 5 minutes of John just staring into space, trying to.
Once I
think
started talking again, I remembered.
Sure. Yeah.
But no, it was a reference back to the to that. That was a reference to.
Sure.
So.
Chicken Devil.
We did a lot of flashbacks in this episode.
We did. I feel like there should be like the wavy.
Get on that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't have a stroke.
You just literally said, "See, the thing is," and then it went.
It went right out my head.
That's cool. It was the Wayne's World. Chicken
Wow.
Devil. Read Chicken Devil. Pick it up.
Like I said, I think that won't be easily optioned into. I don't think a TV series. I think it'll be like a movie, and it'll be a goofy type.
I mean, it's kind of, falling down, but a guy that runs a chicken shop. Then his partner sold him out because Chicken Devil. I will accept all money from Aftershock for this hype. Send me the bag, Aftershock.
So we'll turn the page on the best Wednesday ever. I think that we're getting better at the best Wednesday ever.
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah.
Probably
not.
Let us know whether we actually are or not, or whether we're just inflating our own egos. And
Sometimes we have to tell ourselves lies. What was that motion from the side there?
sometimes it's better.
It's
sometimes
ups and
worse.
downs. Yeah, okay.
A final reminder: don't forget the LCS. Like, comment, subscribe to the Brainstorm Comics and Gaming local comic book shop LCS YouTube channel, and every comment helps, every like helps, every subscription helps. So we have 223 subscribers now.
That's awesome.
Closing in on 250. We have over 150 videos up. I think we're closing in on 175.
We should give
at this
something
point.
away at 250. We should give something away.
We should.
Let's do something fun.
We might have to get the Teen Titans one out again because nobody, like the person did not send me their information for me to actually send them the book.
Yeah, we need to re-give that one away. But we should do something else. We should do something at 250. Let's do something else.
Okay.
We'll figure something out. Chicken Devil. Everybody gets a copy of Chicken Devil.
I think that Chris is really hyped on this Chicken Devil.
I just like saying Chicken Devil, I feel like.
You think so?
Maybe.
All right. Well, I think what we're both saying, though, is give more independence a try. There is a lot of great independent stuff out there.
I read a lot of it, yeah. Ton.
Independent.
All the indie.
Not just Image, but, Aftershock does some great stuff. Dark Horse.
Boom, Scout, Vault,
Dark Horse.
Dark Horse.
Source Point Press.
IDW.
Let's not get crazy. So we'll turn the page, and we'll end the...
I'm sorry, IDW. I still love you.
In the video there. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.
Chicken Devil.